Okay, good afternoon once again and welcome back. So now we will start unit number 1. So please write down unit number 1. Unit number 1. First, write down syllabus of your unit number 1 within 2 minutes. I will wait for 2 minutes and then we will start point to point syllabus. Okay, if your writing is over, shall I go to next point? Yes, please give me reply. Shall I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, screen is visible.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Wait. Now it is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we will start unit number 1. Okay. In that first point, please write down first point, stress. First point is stress. So write down please first point, stress. Now we will see what is stress or what is meant by stress. Okay. This is our beam On that beam, two equal and opposite pulls are applied. Okay, two equal and opposite pulls are applied. So we will see what is meant by stress. So stress is nothing but internal resistance per unit area of cross section offered by a body against the deformation. Offered by body against the deformation is called as stress. म्हणजे बघा आपण ही बॉडी आहे, ह्या बॉडीवरती जेव्हा आपण टू इक्वल अँड अपोजिट, म्हणजे सपोज इकडे 50 किलो न्यूटन फोर्स अप्लाय केला असेल तर या साइडला पण किती अप्लाय करणार आहे आपण 50 किलो न्यूटन. So these are the equals and opposite. So this is going towards right side and this is going towards left side. So two equal and opposite. बघा जर आपण या बॉडीवरती दोन इक्वल आणि अपोजिट फोर्सेस अप्लाय केले तर हे फोर्सेस अप्लाय केल्यामुळे ह्याच्यात काय होणार आहे, तुमचं इलॉंगेशन होणार, बरोबर आहे, त्या बॉडीची लेंथ इन्क्रीज होणार. मग ते ज्यावेळी तिथे स्ट्रेसेस जनरेट होतात त्याला रेजिस्ट करणारे स्ट्रेसेस इंटरनली इथे जनरेट होतात, त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो स्ट्रेस. सो स्ट्रेस नथिंग बट इंटरनल रेजिस्टन्स पर युनिट एरिया इज कॉल्ड एज स्ट्रेस. फॉर एक्झाम्पल बघा आपण जर रबर, आपल्याकडे इरेजर असतो, तो जर घेतला आणि त्याच्यावर जर आपण लोड अप्लाय केला आणि तो जर लोड आपण सडनली रिमूव्ह केला तर त्याच्यात इंटरनल रेजिस्टन्स आपल्याला जाणवतो. म्हणजे बाहेर जे काही एक्सटर्नल फोर्स अप्लाय केलेले आहेत त्याला अपोज करण्यासाठी इंटरनली स्ट्रेसेस जनरेट होतात पर युनिट क्रॉस सेक्शन. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज स्ट्रेस. सपोज हा आपला बीम आहे, ओके, आणि मी ह्याच्यावर काय केलेलं आहे, हे 10 किलो न्यूटनचे लोड्स अप्लाय केले. 10 किलो न्यूटन्स आय हॅव अप्लाइड हियर लोड्स. Okay, when I am going to apply these loads, at that time internal stresses are generated to resist these external loads. So this is called as stress. This is called as stress. लक्षात आले का स्ट्रेस म्हणजे काय, की जे आपण एक्सटर्नली लोड अप्लाय करतोय त्याला रेजिस्ट करण्यासाठी, म्हणजे त्या लोड मुळे त्याच्यात काही चेंजेस होऊ नये त्याच्यासाठी जे काही इंटरनल स्ट्रेसेस जनरेट होतात त्याला आपण म्हणतो स्ट्रेस. So please write down definition. Write down definition. The internal resistance per unit area of cross section, per unit area of cross section, per unit area of cross section offered by a body against the deformation is called as stress. Is called as stress. Is called as stress. It's called as stress. Yes, please. You have doubt?
Definition repeat सांगा.
Okay, I will tell you. The internal resistance per unit area of cross section, per unit area of cross section offered by a body against the deformation is called as stress. It's called as stress. It's called as stress. Okay, now your definition rating is over.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is in word. But now we will see how to write in mathematical. Okay. So stress is denoted by using sigma. This is called as sigma. Stress is denoted by using sigma. Please remember this is called as sigma. Okay. So please write down mathematically, stress may be defined as force per unit cross-sectional area. 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 That is, please write down this formula. Sigma, which is equal to resistance force upon cross-sectional area. Resistance force upon cross-section area. Resistance force upon cross-section area. So force is denoted by using P and cross-section area is denoted by using A. So finally, sigma, which is equal to P upon A. Sigma, which is equal to P upon A. P upon A. And below write down where P which is equal to load or force acting on the body. 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 And A nothing but A which is equal to cross-sectional area. Cross-sectional area. A which is equal to cross-sectional area. A which is equal to cross-sectional area. Now I will tell you what is meant by cross-sectional area. Okay, if your writing is over, shall I take this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now please see what is meant by cross-sectional area. P means applied force, but we will see exactly what is meant by cross-section area. Okay, suppose this is our member. Okay, this is our member. And I am going to apply, this is our structure, and I am going to apply P force on that structure. Now you tell me this applied force is exactly perpendicular or not perpendicular to this area. Observe here, this is exactly perpendicular to the cross section area. हा जो काही आपला एरिया आहे. Please wait, I will draw figure once again here. I will first clear these alls. Okay. Now we will see what is meant by cross section area. Suppose this is our structure. Okay. And on that structure, I am going to apply load P. See here, this applied load is exactly perpendicular to this cross section. म्हणजे हा जो काही आपला एरिया आहे त्या एरियाला एक्झॅक्टली परपेंडिक्युलर लोड अप्लाय झालेला आहे. सो धिस एरिया इज कॉल्ड एज क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया. प्लीज रिमेंबर दिस बेसिक कन्सेप्ट. What is meant by cross sectional area? Area, I will write here, area which is exactly perpendicular exactly perpendicular exactly perpendicular to the applied load to the applied load to the applied load is called as cross section area is called as cross sectional area. Got it? म्हणजे जो काही आपला हा एरिया आहे त्या एरियाला जो काही फोर्स अप्लाय केलाय तो एक्झॅक्टली परपेंडिक्युलर आहे. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज क्रॉस सेक्शनल this is called as cross sectional area. So P means applied force and A means cross sectional area. So cross sectional area nothing but area which is exactly perpendicular to the applied load is called as cross sectional area. बघा या पॉइंट मध्ये हा आपला एरिया आहे स्ट्रक्चरचा एरिया आहे आणि हा एरिया आणि हा जो काही अप्लाय केलेला लोड आहे ते एकमेकांना परपेंडिक्युलर आहे एक्झॅक्टली परपेंडिक्युलर. मी इथं जरी लोड अप्लाय केला तो इथं सुद्धा एक्झॅक्टली परपेंडिक्युलर आहे. सो दिस एरिया इज कॉल्ड एज क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया. ओके, इफ युअर रायटिंग इज ओव्हर, shall I go to next point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, already we have studied it. Stress is denoted by using sigma. So sigma, which is equal to force upon area. Force means P and area is cross-sectional area, that is A. Okay, now we will see unit of stress. Unit of stress. Now you tell me unit of force. What is the unit of force?
Newton.
Newton or kilonewton. And what is the unit of area? Area कशात measure करतो आपण?
Kilometer square.
Area कशात measure करतो?
Meter square.
Meter square, centimeter square or kilometer square. So unit of stress is Newton per meter square or Newton per mm square or kilonewton per meter square. Please remember that unit of stress is Newton per meter square. Okay, Newton per meter square. This is called as Pascal. This is called as Pascal. त्यालाच काय म्हणतो आपण? Pascal. This is called as Pascal. So I will write here three conversions also there. First is kPa. So this is called as kilopascal. This is called as kilopascal. So kPa, which is equal to 10 raised to 3 Pascal. 10 raised to 3 Pascal. Kilopascal म्हणजे किती असणार आहे तर 10 raised to 3 Pascal. Then second, which is MPa. MPa means megapascal. So megapascal, which is equal to 10 raised to 6 Pascal. 1 megapascal, which is equal to 10 raised to 6 Pascal. And last, third one, GPa. This is called as gigapascal. 10 raised to 9 Pascal. 1 gigapascal, which is equal to 10 raised to 9 Pascal. So please remember this unit conversion. Newton per meter square is called as Pascal. Kilopascal is denoted by kPa and 1 kilopascal, which is equal to 10 raised to 3 Pascal. Then MPa means megapascal. 1 megapascal, which is equal to 10 raised to 6 pascals. And GPa, that is gigapascal. 1 gigapascal, which is equal to 10 raised to 9 pascals. 10 raised to 9 pascals. Ten raised to 9 pascals. If anybody having any doubt regarding this stress, please ask me Otherwise, we will move towards next point. If you have doubt, please ask. If no doubt, let me know. We will move towards next point. आहे का कोणाला काही डाऊट? Definition, you. Okay. Shall I go to next point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is our first point is over stress. So stress nothing but force per unit area. Stress is denoted by using sigma. So sigma which is equal to P upon A. But A is cross-sectional area. And what is meant by cross-sectional area? The area which is exactly perpendicular to the applied force or applied load. This is called as cross-sectional area. Okay. And the unit of stress is Newton per meter square, kilonewton per meter square, Newton per mm square. Okay. Then we will move towards next point. Types of stress or direct stresses. Write down. First point is, then next direct stress or normal stress. Direct stress or normal stress. Direct stress or normal stress. Okay, already we have studied it. What is meant by stress? So this is called as direct or normal stress. Okay, I will explain here once again. Please draw this figure also. Okay. So first we will see what is meant by direct or normal stress. Okay, so direct stress is the stress developed due to force applied which is parallel or collinear to the axis of the component. See here, this is our axis of, this is our member, beam. This is our beam or member. And this is axis of the beam. So applied force is parallel to the axis. Okay, applied force is parallel to the axis and perpendicular to the what? Perpendicular to the क्रॉस सेक्शन. परपेंडिक्युलर टू दी क्रॉस सेक्शन. बघा हा जो काही एरिया आहे आपला ब्लॉकचा त्याला हा लोड काय आहे तुमचा परपेंडिक्युलर आहे. सो डायरेक्ट स्ट्रेस मीन्स द स्ट्रेस डेव्हलप्ड ड्यू टू फोर्स applied force is parallel to the axis or perpendicular to the cross section, then this is called as direct stress. Okay, so it may be tensile or it may be compressive. Okay, direct stress, it may be tensile or it may be compressive. Then we say the applied force is tensile, and then we will say the applied stress is compressive if two equal and opposite pulls. म्हणजे आपण जेव्हा ओढणार आहेत त्यावेळी कुठला फोर्स अप्लाय केलेला असेल टेन्साइल. ड्यू टू दिस टेन्साइल लोड the length of member is increased. Observe here the length. Original length is, suppose this is original length L, and due to this tensile force length is increased up to here. So if length is increased, then this is called as tensile stress. Okay, so direct stress may be tensile in nature or it may be in compressive. If two equal and opposite pulls, म्हणजे आपण जर बाहेर ओढणार असेल तर त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो पुल्स. मग टेन्साइल फोर्स अप्लाय केल्यामुळे काय होते तर जो काही आपली मेंबरची ओरिजिनल लेंथ आहे ती लेंथ काय होते तुमची इन्क्रीज होते. तर त्या स्ट्रेसला काय म्हणणार आहे आपण टेन्साइल स्ट्रेस. ओके, अँड सेकंड विच इज इट मे बी इन कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह नेचर. It may be in compressive nature. So compressive means two equal and opposite push. म्हणजे आपण काय करतोय त्यांना कॉम्प्रेस म्हणजे दाबतोय मध्ये, म्हणजे ते काय करतोय आपण त्यांना कॉम्प्रेस करतोय. सो ड्यू टू दिस कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह फोर्स द लेंथ ऑफ बार इज रिड्यूस्ड or length of bar is compressed. See here, original length of bar is that much. Original length of bar is that much, and due to this compressive force, length is reduced, and this is reduced length. So if the length is reduced, then we will say this is compressive stress. But it first, we have to understand what is meant by direct stress or normal stress. Direct stress or normal stress is same, likewise our stress definition. So, applied force per unit area is called as stress. But applied force is parallel to the axis or perpendicular to the cross section. So, this is called as direct stress. म्हणजे अप्लाय केलेला फोर्स हा क्रॉस सेक्शन एरियाला परपेंडिक्युलर असेल किंवा जो आपला ऍक्सिस आहे त्या ऍक्सिसला पॅरलल असेल तर त्याला काय म्हणणार आहे आपण डायरेक्ट स्ट्रेस. सो डायरेक्ट स्ट्रेस इट मे बी इन टेन्साइल नेचर और इट मे बी इन कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह नेचर. तर टेन्साइल कधी म्हणणार आहे आपण दोन पुल्स म्हणजे आपण बाहेरच्या बाजूनी ओढत असेल तर त्याला काय म्हणणार आहे टेन्साइल. सो ड्यू टू टेन्साइल लोड्स the length of bar is increased, so this is called as tensile stress. जर आपण अप्लाय केलेल्या टेन्साइल फोर्स मुळे बारची लेंथ इन्क्रीज होत असेल तर त्याला काय म्हणणार आहे आपण टेन्साइल स्ट्रेस. अँड सेकंड इज इट मे बी कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह इन नेचर. व्हेन वी से कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह इफ द लेंथ ऑफ बार इज रिड्यूस्ड. बघा ओरिजिनल लेंथ आपली एवढी आहे, समजा आपली ओरिजिनल लेंथ होती तुमची 10 सेंटीमीटर आणि मी त्याला काय केलं कॉम्प्रेस केलं, तर कॉम्प्रेस केल्यामुळे त्याची लेंथ झाली तुमची 8 सेंटीमीटर. तर त्या नेचरला आपण काय म्हणणार आहे कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह नेचर. सो ड्यू टू कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह फोर्स द लेंथ ऑफ मेंबर इज रिड्यूस्ड, सो जनरेटेड स्ट्रेसेस आर इन कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह नेचर. Got it? How to identify tensile or compressive? according to their action. If pull is there, at that time length will be increased. If push type force is applied, at that time length will be reduced. If length will be reduced, at that time you say the stress is in compressive nature. And if length is increased, then you say the stress is in tensile nature. Stress is in tensile nature. Now you ask if you have any doubt. आहे का ह्याच्यात कोणाला काही शंका? लक्षात आले का टेन्साइल आणि कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह नेचर कसं आयडेंटिफाय करायचं ते?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Then write down. First write down definition of direct stress. Definition of direct stress. Definition of direct stress. Direct stress is that which acts perpendicular to the cross section of the member. Perpendicular to the cross section of member. Perpendicular to the cross section of member. To the cross section of member. आता बघा या फिगर 1 मध्ये suppose this is length and this is width. So when we multiply by this length and width, we will say this is cross sectional area. बरोबर आहे, हा एरिया झाला. मग ह्या एरियाला हा जो काही फोर्स आहे, हा फोर्स परपेंडिक्युलर आहे का पॅरलल आहे? हा जो काही आपला एरिया आहे इथला, ह्या एरियाला हा अप्लाय केलेला फोर्स पॅरलल आहे की परपेंडिक्युलर आहे?
Perpendicular.
Perpendicular. The applied force is perpendicular to the cross section. So this is called as direct stress or normal stress. This is it. Then write down next point. Direct stress is also known as normal stress. Direct stress is also known as normal stress. Direct stress is also known as normal stress. Normal stress. Normal stress. Okay. And write down last point. Direct stress is either tensile or compressive, in nature, tensile or compressive in nature, according to the nature of loading. 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 बघा जर टेन्साइल लोड अप्लाय केला असेल तर जनरेट होणारा स्ट्रेस कोणता असेल? मी जर टेन्साइल लोड अप्लाय केला तर जनरेट होणारा स्ट्रेस कोणता असेल? टेन्साइल असेल की कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह? टेन्साइल असेल. If we applied compressive force, at that time which type of stress will be generated?
Compressive.
Please draw these figures also. This is original length L and this is L plus delta L. Okay, this is L plus delta L because of length is increased. This is original length L, and here this length is L minus delta L. L minus delta L. I request all students, please put your roll number in chat box. So I will take attendance. Now I am requesting, if anybody having any doubt, please ask me. I will clear your doubt. आहे का कोणाला काही ह्याच्यात शंका की बाबा डायरेक्ट स्ट्रेस म्हणजे काय समजलं नाहीये, किंवा टेन्साईल स्ट्रेस, कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह स्ट्रेस? Okay, if you have no doubt, we will stop here. Next point we will continue in next lecture. Okay, thank you for attending lecture. We will stop here. Okay, thank you for attending lecture.